Good evening and welcome everyone to ASRNZ's official coverage of the 2022 DLC GT4 Cup. This is round 3. We're here at Zolder. I'm Davo, and again tonight I'm joined by good friend and ASRNZ legend. Thank you very much, J-Man. How are we, brother?
Good, Davo, mate. How are you?
Excellent. We're, like I said, round 3, Zolder. We're pretty well halfway through this little interim series. We have a points board in front of us, finally, tonight. So,
yeah, cheers to Crompo.
Cheers to Crompo. Very happy, man. The boys are just about to pop out for qualifying, so we might just watch the guys run the quali before we get back to these points. So just let me adjust a few things here. But J-Man, round 3 Zolder in the Lamborghini tonight, mate. What are your thoughts, my friend?
Well, initially, so I didn't drive the car this week, so I've had to go and be the roving reporter and
Yes,
and see what the guys think. And basically, from what I can gather, yeah, it's fast.
fast. It is fast. There's no doubt about that.
But it doesn't have the best brakes to my knowledge. So yeah,
Okay.
the guys certainly going to be under the pump tonight when it comes to hairpins and stuff like that. They'll you're going to see a lot of run depths, I think.
So they're fine getting out of the corners, getting up to speed, but stopping these bad boys. Not as simple as it may look, and yeah, particularly brake heavy track, I would suspect. J-Man, would you say that, Zolder? You really got to get this thing down to speed for these chicanes, don't you?
Yeah, well, because it's a pretty rapid car as well, like if once we get some onboards tonight, you'll hear that this thing rips up through the gearbox pretty impressively. So yeah, it is a big car, and I think those chicanes, the 3 of them, there are 3 chicanes on this track. I think they all invite the guys to be a little bit hungry on the brake pedal, and
easily.
Yeah. So and all of them. Well, sorry, 2 of them have good straights after them. The one in the middle, not so much, but the other 2 have good straights behind them. So probably a lot of emphasis needs to be placed on corner exit as opposed to entry with those chicanes.
Oh, for sure. And look, this is where these cars shine, isn't it? They do have the power down the straight, J-Man.
Yeah, they do, and they do have plenty of. Unlike last week when we were in the 911. The Porsche,
beautiful car,
which had very little or no traction control, did have ABS. These things do have a fair bit of assisted support, so
probably need it.
I think they probably do. So yeah, so as the cameraman have just picking up on, I believe it's Farmer, aka Steve Wilton, on his flying lap. So this will be the first indicative time from Farmer in this quali sessions. Quali sessions have been increased here at ASRNZ for this interim little DLC series to 7 minutes from 6, just allowing majority of drivers at the back end of the pit lane to get out, maybe get one more lap done as per the front half of the field. So they get multiple swings at us. We see Farmer come across with the time of a 31.09, which is actually a pretty good time.
It is a pretty good time, and look, and the 7-minute format probably works well. Like as we saw last week, Suzuka, a particularly long track, J-Man, and these guys trying to find track position, bit of clear air, and as we see John McDonald go to the top of the list with a 1:31.05. Pretty healthy time.
Yeah, so I'd just like to welcome Crossy to the stream tonight. Good to see you viewing, Crossy. If you can't be out here driving, I suppose the next best thing is to have a bit of a watch. So
yeah, welcome aboard, Crossy.
Miss you out there, bro, but yeah, enjoy the stream.
So yeah, definitely a welcome adjustment to the qualifying last week in Suzuka, and what a fantastic race it was at Suzuka. Race 2 particularly top three, literally you could throw a blanket over these guys. Pretty well the whole race. Went right down to the wire. Awesome stuff in the Porsche. Total different kettle of fish here. A lot more technical track, a lot slower, and in a fairly high-powered Lamborghini here. Totally different to what we saw last week with a nice flowing track and a Porsche. And here we are, this stop-go track. Lots of brakes required, lots of power to get it up to speed, and yeah, it's going to be a totally different race, J-Man.
Yeah, it is. It is. You know, and like just looking, I'm just looking. These guys here, like I said, you know, currently John, provisional P1 at the second at the moment on a 31.05. We know that if these guys get the right track conditions, that they will comfortably get into the 30s, maybe 30.7s, maybe as good as a 30.5 to be expected, maybe.
There you go. So yeah, we just saw Jake actually run across the line, who is, I think, the current champion leader.
Yeah, look, Josh has still got the points lead, but with his absence from here on out.
Yeah, well, it makes it sort of null and void.
Yeah, it kind of does.
So McKellar with a 31.3. We might back to John McDonald, actually.
Copy.
Because he will probably be coming across for his second lap soon.
He's got a bit of margin in hand in between a 10.5 to 2 tenths at the moment that he's carrying through the lap. So, which would see him drop into those sort of 30.8s if he can carry this through, maybe even 30.7s.
Which, like you said, is to be expected in qualifying, as we've seen in early practice. Just following John McDonald's car, not the prettiest looking car, looks like something like dogs probably thrown up, but it's just, it's the thing these days. John McDonald over for 30.7, J-Man.
Yeah.
Nice
and
work.
I expect to see probably Jake McKellar. I'm just trying to see where he is on track. So he's just crossed the line. So he's going to get another one, and he crossed with 10 seconds to go. I know this guy is in a sweet patch of form at the moment, and I'd expect to see him in that 30-second bracket as well. So if he gets it all right, he will challenge John for the front row.
Oh, you know it. You definitely know it, mate. And there's not too many others. Nick McIndoe, probably one of them that might give it a crack. Very small handful of guys here that are right up the pointy end at the moment, aren't they, J-Man?
And so the three names that you mentioned, effectively, as we're going to allude to very shortly, once we come out of this qualifying session and we talk a little bit about the points of the series at the moment, you know, current form says, you know, Jake McKellar, Nick McIndoe and John McDonald are right up there. So we'll talk about that in a bit more, as I just see Nick McIndoe has actually given it away.
Yeah, I saw that. He's the cameraman.
Nathan's still looking good. Some 6.5 tenths up.
Yep.
He is looking real good to make that front row, which will upset Farmer.
Yep, and as you alluded to, look, there's only a small group of guys that are in current form, and we're talking about form. Here we go. Jake McKellar across the line.
Puts it up into the top spot on a 30.6.
So, look, Jake, clearly one of the guys that is in current form at the moment. And it clearly shows again tonight, J-Man. Awesome effort. We'll go back and let's have a look at this points table. It pretty well tells the story right there. Like you mentioned, Josh Vettiger away for the rest of the season, or this series, should I say. So pretty well his top position is null and void. Jake McKellar next, John McDonald, Nick McIndoe, Jeff Burse, and Ashley Vettiger rounding out the top 5 pretty well. So what do we decipher from this, J-Man?
Well, okay, so my first I guess where my eyes gone to first is the fact that, you know, McKellar, being 5 points up the road from JB effectively, and Nick Mickendoe, because they won 37 points apiece after 2 rounds. And then I'm just looking at their qualification positions. You know, Nick Mickendoe in 5th, John Boy in 2nd, and then Jeff Burse in 7th, because you got to remember Jeff Burse is the next guy there.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Ashley Verga as well in P8, because he's right behind Jeff. You know, he's only sort of 6 points behind Jeff in the championship as well. So there's a lot to play for at round 3 here at Zolder. And then, you know, obviously 2 more rounds after that. This thing's going to close out pretty quickly. And the guys will be probably aware of it after race 1 tonight. That's effectively the halfway point for the season. So.
Yeah, pretty well, and just you know, like looking at the average numbers on the night, Ash Vediga pretty well sitting about midfield for the championship, so in a top spot to get probably a top 5, even depending on how things going. The boys just settling down on the grid now.
Yeah, full formation lap here tonight. So obviously no tyre warmers on these things, Davo. So be multiple different ways about how these guys trying to generate some tyre temp before this thing goes green.
Oh, definitely.
Mention on Mudgee there. So Mudgee, you know, has every time he's popped in something at the moment, he's had pace. Alton Park, he got a 3rd and a 4th. He didn't turn up for Suzuki, 2 DNSs there, so he did not start at both of those races. But with the likes of Pete Apsey not here tonight, I don't believe. Dave Zero not in the house tonight. He's likely going to make up a couple of spots by default anyway, and then we know he's currently coming off a row 2 here in P4. Mudgee's another one that's found something in the last 6 months as far as his raw speed. So yeah, looking forward to that.
Absolutely, J-Man. We have about, I don't know, 10 or 15 seconds to go before these guys roll off the line for their formation lap. We will, I think, cut to the track, and here we go as the boys roll away in the Lamborghini tonight here at Zolder. Tricky little track. Not a big fan. J-Man, I know you probably contradict me here. You don't mind this track, but you definitely need a car that will ride the curve a little.
Yes,
with so many.
It's not real good at all.
The ideal car to do it in. If you're driving a Bentley or a Mercedes or something a little bit heavier and with a little bit more suspension travel, it seems to work. But the Lamborghini, probably not the ideal package. But look, this is going to be an interesting race because these do have plenty of grunt. They do get moving pretty quick. Let's see if these guys can get their brake marks right. So I think that's what we're expecting, isn't it, J-Man? Just a little bit dodgy in the braking areas.
Yep, yeah, but I'll tell you what, I can't keep thinking at the moment, though, that this is the showdown that I wanted for a little while. I mean, JB set up here in the comms box with you in the GT3s last season. Didn't really get to have a flex off with Jake, and now that Jake's got his newfound bloody speed, because he's clearly found something.
Yes.
And you got a 5-time champion John McDonald in there sitting in behind him off the front row. If this isn't a time to measure yourself against each other, what is?
What is? That's right.
But this battle of the 2 black and gold cars up the front is going to be super, super interesting. I I suspect they're going to make a break at the start, and then Farmers have an absolute handful trying to hold it off Mudgee, because Mudgee and Mickindo will want to go with the front two.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So Kenny Simpson in the field again tonight. I know he has a real life racing gig in Toowoomba this weekend, so good luck to you, Kenny, for this weekend's racing.
Is that it's a national title he's looking at there?
I'm not sure. I know a few of the hardcore boys who are running up to Toowoomba to go and barrack for him as the guys started to grid up. Tight little bloody chicane here to try and grid up around.
Yeah, really messes them up in the final sector there. They've done a pretty good job, though.
They have done an awesome job. It is round 3 at Solder here for the 2022 DLC GT4 Cup. We're going to go green. Here we go.
Ooh, pretty good jump from Jay. Holds the inside line.
Nice start from everyone, actually. No major.
Oh, Farmer and JB really close on the exit of 2 there. Really close.
Good vision from the helicam here.
Oh, unbelievable shots coming from
the boys in the chopper.
Above.
Yep. You see McIndoe pushing Maxwell there.
Very hard.
At the back. Nice tidy start from everyone. Very difficult track
Jumping across the chicane.
Jumping across the chicane.
Everybody gets through there nicely, which is bloody awesome.
Which is bloody difficult too.
It is.
Maxwell.
Max Hawkins just run deep down into the Gilles Villeneuve chicane down there.
Clearly lost his brake mark there and
didn't lose a lot, though, did he?
He didn't lose a lot. I think he's lost a couple of positions, but well back on track already. Down to this tricky little, it's almost a hairpin, isn't it, J-Man?
It is, it's the boulder hairpin.
Yep. And then down to the final chicane. Very tricky corner this. The track looks like it goes straight ahead, but that is the pit lane. So, the boys have got to really check themselves, get their braking markers right, and through that little left-right and across the line. Nice clean start, J-Man.
Oh man, this is unbelievable. I mean, I know we've only got 15 cars on the grid tonight, but 15 really ramped up drivers tonight, and yeah, I mean already, I called that the front 2 would go, and it hasn't. It's probably the front 4 have made a little gap.
Oh, front 4 or 5.
Yep.
There, J-Man, we've got John McDonald. Clearly, though, we knew that he would want to stay in.
Yeah, for sure.
And Steve Wilton, I think Steve, like yourself, actually enjoys this track and is staying in touch.
There's a pass on here from the Mickindo with Mudgee. Can he make it stick? No, Mudgee was pretty determined to keep that. That was a really close. Don't know if it's worthy of a 30, but it was certainly pretty. It was marginal down the hill. But anyway, moving on. It's the bounce they get, it's the rebound they get off the second part of that chicane, Dave.
It is.
Cars.
Yep. Yeah, so they might just nail that entry, but yeah, the change of direction definitely upsets the vehicles.
And just that little bit of a thing there just meant that the Mudgee, Mickindo and Burst cars have just fallen off the tail now of Farmer, and those three are pretty close, Dave.
Yep. So yeah, nice tidy start from everyone as the field settles and just gets into their rhythm.
Yeah, standing lap times for the first flying, Dave. I can tell you that Jake McKellar was the fastest car on a 31.08, followed by Farmer on a 31.1. So yeah, those front 3 are going, but Farmer, the one that's looking. Yeah, he's the second quickest car out there right now, feeling comfy early. Is our fellow broadcaster.
One for the comms team. Thank you very much, Farmer. As we see the rest of the field flow through Nick McIndoe, Jeff Bird, Maxwell Hawkins, Vaughan Martin, Ashley Rediger actually right in the thick of it there. He's got a whole bunch of guys. I think that is Troy Wilsing, Steve Mellon, Aaron Enright, and the like, really putting pressure on.
Yep. I tell you what, if Vaughan can, just watching Vaughan Martin, if he can tag onto the back of Max, that'll serve him well in this opening stint. Obviously, 30-minute race here at ASRNZ. We've got one mandatory pit stop, minimum 1 litre fuel dump, manually forced pit stop limiter. So these guys have got to get down to first gear and get down to 50k at the lane, and a particularly dodgy entry and exit. Dave, I mentioned earlier off camera about, I guess, the invitation to let the limiter off at the line when you leave the lane and actually meet one of those armcos on the left or the right on the way out, as we see the pit window open with around a 20-minute window for those guys to get the mandatory stop done.
Yes, and this is the interesting part. Where do these guys go? We've seen all sorts of strategies, even over the last couple of rounds. You know, like going early, going late, going in the middle. Like,
what do you do, Davo?
Who knows? Again, a different track to the two that we've already run. So, look, this could go anywhere.
Is McKellar holding John Boy up the front? Does John Boy go and get into some fresh air? What's the deal?
Well, that's right. This is what we were seeing last week.
Does one of the top three go now?
Well, Wilton already backed off. He was right up behind John Boy.
You know, and I can tell you one of the things with this track day, right, is if you were tucked in underneath the wing too close to somebody, they break for the final chicane on the line that is the pit entry line, and if you're going into pit entry and you're tucked up behind somebody, it's going to compromise the speed of your entry. So possibly better to go in when you aren't as close, maybe on a lap when he's got a bit of room. One, either Farmer or McDonald.
Yep.
As we see, Vaughan Martin's taken the opportunity. Vaughan and Kenny Simpson have taken the early opportunity to clear these stops, get themselves out of traffic, or
yeah, and with Melling also being in the pits and obviously having a stop go 30-second penalty.
He talked about cleaning that up this week. Oh, he's going to be filthy.
You did talk to him pre-race, didn't you?
I did. He actually brought it up himself, and he said he was going to clean that up this week. Vaughan Martin's managed to leave the lane without a penalty. Keeps it off the Armco as well. Kenny Simpson just leaving the lane. Kenny Simpson also doing a great job of not getting a penalty. Condolences, Steve-O. I'm not sure what you got to do to clean that stuff up, mate, but yeah, that's...
well, it's got to be more than what you just did then. So, yeah. Good luck. Next race, Steve. As we just watch out of the front. Get out of the front.
Yeah, McKellar's just skipping away a little bit. Oh, not a lot.
I wouldn't say he's skipping away at all.
No. It
Not
just
at
looked
all.
the way he come down to the final chicane, he had a bit of margin, but they've closed it back up.
McDonald, very, very aggressive, really putting pressure on.
What is going on there?
Just
McKellar make a mistake?
I don't think so. I think John's just trying to, get in his mirror, psych him out, as you do when you've got a little bit of extra speed than the guy in front of you. Wilton, obviously, just right behind, ready.
Vediger leaving pits. Melling cleared his penalty, so Vediger out, Melling out from the penalty. Awesome work. Vediger just crossing the exit line now. I'd like to know where Vaughan Martin shuffles back in with Ashley, because he was ahead of him, was he not? We won't know that for another lap, I don't think.
So stand by, viewers.
Hang on. Ashley out of 2. Vaughan, okay, see, Ashley got a stop-go penalty, stop-go 30, and Vaughan Martin came out behind him, so that explains clearly Ashley's gone way too fast through that pit process.
Yep.
And got a stop-go, so Vaughan will get that position back.
Okay, so second stop-go we have seen tonight already. Look, we are only 10 minutes into this race, and there's controversy already with some stop-goes from the mid-pack.
It's a discipline that clearly needs some work for sure. I think Steve-O actually posted on the forum about how good a job he was going to do in the pits this week. He's going to rewrite it probably.
Okay, he'll be back there editing that after tonight's race, but yeah, I didn't see that personally.
Read the forums, Davo. Read the forums. But yeah, hey, look, she's still on at the top. Farmer's just falling off this battle a little bit.
Ash Vedica hard into the pit lane wall as he comes in.
Why is Steve-O back in the lane again? Why is Steve-O back? Oh, because he actually didn't do a stop. If you have a look, he still needs to clear it.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, we'll just watch Ash Vet come in here, super hot.
Yeah.
Hits the wall hard. So he's just trying to clear his top go. He pulls up. So he has already completed his stop with a stop go, coming in for the stop go. That car is severely damaged now. I'll be interested to see what that car may make another stop. We're going to pop up the front to Jake McKellar.
I can tell you, Farmer's
see where
the fastest man on track too at the moment.
I'm sure he is. He chases down the two boys in front. Jake, clearly the man on form.
McIndoe and Wilson in the pits too, Dave. I just thought I'd let you know.
Jake McKellar, clearly the man on form, as we have talked about over the past few rounds, and with John McDonald right behind, ready to go. We have McIndoe, like J-Man mentioned, in the pits.
It's coming out now. Good exit. Really good exit.
So, nice work from the boys.
Yeah, it was a great exit from Nick McIndoe. I think you'll find that that'll serve him well in his fight to try and bridge that gap up to Mudgee, because Mudgee had a little bit of margin on him.
So it'll be interesting to see how this comes out of the wash, J-Man, towards the end of the race, yeah?
Yeah, 100%, because I think you're going to see with probably, as per usual, when we know when the guys run long, Davo, that we see them run with in between 6 and 8 minutes to go. You know, if you recollect the first couple of rounds, if they're going to run long, they come out with about 6.5 or 7 minutes to go, and then they sprint home. And that is them effectively looking for the overcut, because, you know, like right now, when I look at what I'm looking at, 31.3, 31.4, 31.4 versus Mudgee's 31.7, and then the last guy to stop, which was Nick McIndoe, did a 31.5 as his best. These guys are still making better times than the guys that are stopped behind them, so no threat of an undercut at the moment. The idea will be who gets the best overcut here in respect to these front three, probably. John's still harassing Jake McKellar. Really, you know, these two here, Farmer will be enjoying watching this.
I'm sure he is.
They're putting on a bit of a clinic.
Position as the cameras pick up on Bobby Laycock and Brad Robinson going toe-to-toe.
Aren't they?
So good mid-pack battle here between the famous Bobby Laycock and Brad Robinson. Brad Robinson in the traditional dark green. Bobby just pedaling that Lamborghini very well tonight. Oh,
John McDonald in.
So McDonald in for his pit stop.
Looked like a good entry too.
Jeff Burse in and Maxwell Hawkins in as well. As we just stay on this Bobby Laycock, Brad Robinson battle. Robinson again dives to the inside, looking to take that move, but just not quite far enough up the inside. As we see the vomit painted Lamborghini of John McDonald just drop off the jacks.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Nick Mickaday. He's coming down the pit straight now as John Boy's leaving, but
yeah, nice
he
work.
won't be any threat to John. But
John didn't look like an overly quick pit stop, but clean, if nothing else. So nice work. Just pops out in front of that battle that the cameras were on with the Bobby Laycock, Brad Robinson battle. Maxwell still on the jacks. Still on the jacks. Still on the jacks.
That's a long time.
We'll go back.
It's a long time. I'm not sure what that was about. Farmer's in. Farmer is in. Farmer and Mudgee in the lane.
I don't know what that was about either.
Oh, Farmer. I hope that looked shades of Scott Dixon at Indy this week on it. Was very aggressive in.
So we loved the aggressive entry. Mudgee in. We've got Enright in. So this is the next wave. We really need to look at where Wilton comes out here.
Has he been on the jacks a long time as well?
Wilton out.
Oh no, he's all right.
No, clear. A clear stop. Nice work from Wilton.
McDonald coming down through turn one.
Wilton out. And
Wilton
nicely
gets
in front.
out in front.
He's in front.
So you're right there, John. Didn't have the best stop. So it's up to Jake McKellar to do a great job at the pit stop.
So we will be looking for that McKellar stop. But yeah, nice work from
Farmer's pit stop.
From Wilton there. These guys are good mates. So
yeah, they are.
These guys will give each other a bit of a jibe after the.
Oh,
after
Jake
the
McKellar
race,
just had a pretty
nice
untidy looking final chicane, Davo. So what was that lap time? That lap time was a 32.9, so that is not a very good lap at all.
No, but that's not his in lap. So, but yeah, it does not help. McKellar will continue on and just try and get a nice tidy lap, get that in lap. Oh God, he's clearly quicker than these two guys that we're watching, Steve Wilton and John McDonald. So just let's see where he lands as he comes out of his pit stop, if and when it happens, or should I say when it happens.
Yeah, well, I can tell you now, John McDonald was a second faster that lap than Jake's last lap. So,
no surprise if he's had a shocker.
Yeah, so that will go towards bridging that margin back after John's bad pit stop. And I'll tell you what, if these boys press on and do some more good laps, Jake needs to match these laps right now. He's under threat from an undercut from those two. So I've just got eyes on Jake McKellar right
absolutely.
now. Peel off very shortly.
Well, you would think so. Look, we're getting down. It's not. Is it now? 11 and a half minutes to go. So, we're getting down to that last third of the race.
I want to see what this lap time is.
Okay.
Okay, it's a 31.6, so it's actually a pretty good lap. It's actually better than John McDonald's last one.
As you would expect.
2/10 better. They got some of that margin back.
As we pick up on Mudgee, Mark in fourth position again.
Yeah, he's poking in on JB and Farmer, David.
Yeah, a little bit wide on that corner there. Down the back seat. Very easily done, apparently, in these Lamborghinis. Very difficult to get stopped. Again, he runs deep and wide.
JB on the outside of Farmer into one right now. Does he get it done? No, Farmer doesn't want it to happen. Oh,
it's not over yet.
It's not over
yet, but still on the wrong side. These guys, like we mentioned earlier, very good mates. They will.
It's a long way around there.
McDonald way out in the marbles, got no chance. That is the wrong way to do it, John. Farmer just having a bit of a giggle to himself and just going, thanks for coming, up your game.
Yeah, this will be working well for Jake McKellar because these guys will be slowing each other up doing this.
Absolutely.
Although, having said that, Farmer just posted.
Absolutely.
Oh, no, so, 32. No, they are going slow, so this will work well for Jake.
To Jake and just have a look at his form at the moment. Jake McKellar, the man of the moment.
Yeah, so he's just backed that time up again with another 31.5. It was a 31.6 the last lap, 31.5 this lap, versus Farmer's 32 flat versus JB's 31.2. So JB quickest in the last number of laps. We'll see what they come back on the. But I'll tell you what, they're not going fast enough for Mark Mudray because he is all about on them, just about.
Yeah, I think Jakes really does have these guys measure. I think Wilton and McDonald are holding themselves up, and look, I can't see any reason why
Brad Robertson then.
Jake McKellar will not come out in front of him at the pit stop without, as long as he doesn't make a major mistake. I
still think it's going to be tight. I personally still think it's going to be tight, but I think he'll have enough. Yeah. He'll have enough, but I think they will be with him.
Well, they were, but yeah, and so it should be the norm. But very close stuff. Wilton and McDonald continue on.
Continue to battle it out.
Yes.
Blue, black and gold.
Bobby Laycock, Maxwell Hawkins. Maxwell having a shocker already.
Jake McKellar into the pit, so I'm just going to catch his entry. Pretty conservative there.
We will watch this, everyone.
Yeah, pretty safe. I dare say he's not getting a penalty. It's definitely pretty safe. Not really aggressive, but he probably feels like he had some margin at hand.
So, leader of the race, viewers, thanks ABC Tech for all our service. Thank you SJS for continuous support for all racing at ASRNZ. Like J-Man mentioned, Jake McKellar into the pits, leader of the race, leader of the championship, pretty well.
Up on the jacks, look pretty clean.
He's up on the jacks.
Done very, very good.
Very quickly. Very, very quickly.
Yeah,
so
he's looking good. He's looking good. As the boys coming up to turn one.
Clears nicely too. No stop go. Very clean.
Blue flags
and
away,
he's off. So yeah, nice work from Jake. Not a problem. Gets out.
Oh,
here we go.
Farmer up around the outside.
Steve Wilton wants to wrap it up. Great vision here from the ASRNZ Helicam. And
Farmer just doing an amazing job 2 times now. Gets a great pit stop. Rounds Jake McKellar up turn 2 on the exit. Who would have picked that? Farmer in a sweet spot right now with 7 odd minutes to go, Davo. It's all his to lose.
Yeah, so nice work from Steve Wilson. Very tidy pass too. Forced the issue. He had the temperature like in the tyre.
Yep, he did.
He didn't really have to work too hard for it. Backed himself. Knew he had the margin on the outside there, and Jake really had nothing. What could he do, Jake? Without compromising another position, which is John McDonald right behind him. Look who's right behind John McDonald. Yes, that's right.
Look at John just weaving, showing Jake that he's there and he's hungry.
He's got a hot set of tyres, but it will not take long. I don't think Jake is going to let John McDonald pass. Look, he would have to make a serious mistake. As we see McDonald weave and dodge, get in the in the car with Mudgeway.
Gone.
Look at this. Oh, he's gone. He's done it. He's done it.
Oh, he has. Wow, very impressive around the
very
outside.
nice work. Commanding pass. Is Jake got a problem here?
There's something not right, isn't there?
No, that car does not look as sporty.
Mudgy in the grass.
Mudgy in the grass up against the wall. And takes the move.
Oh, wow.
Wow. We got to go back and have a look at that. So, Mudgeway.
Okay, so he showed his intent on the outside and then switched back to the inside out on the outside of four.
I think McKellar was rattled because John had just gone past him and then around the outside.
He's actually on the wrong side into the chicane, but Jake gives him plenty of room. Mudgy doesn't.
Oh,
no. A great job
well,
of jumping.
How do you give someone plenty of room in that chicane? You're like,
I'm not sure. Ask Mark Mudgeway.
It's just like, okay, give you all I got. But there you go. We got little under 5 minutes to go, and what a set of passing moves! Like seriously, we've had Wilton as Jake comes out of the pits, and then we've got John McDonald forcing an outside move, and then we've got bloody Mark Mudgeway, Mudgy just smashing it down into the chicane there with very little resistance. Is there, J-Man? And look at Jake. Jake just falling away very quickly.
I'd be interested to know what's gone on there, whether there was a problem or...
You would think so. That car does not look right. We'll just pick up on Aaron Enright, Jeff Burse.
Yeah, mate.
This battle is ramped up towards the end.
Great job from Aaron.
We are literally 4 minutes of viewers away from the end of this race. These guys, this is for 6th position, and it is tight.
Very, very, very. John's trying to make inroads on that 1.2 seconds up the road to Farmer, and still with probably around 3 or so laps left to go. He's still a half a chance of catching him. What he does if he gets there, I'm not sure, but Jeff Burse and Aaron Enright, they're bloody busy as going at it. Who's that just up the road? Okay, so that's Nick McIntyre holding out 5th, which is a solid showing, but I feel like he's got more. So Jeff's still trying to size up Aaron out of the final chicane.
Just does not have the punch. It's just the line he's not getting off the corner, just not getting that that punch.
No.
Is that Jeffro off to the side there? I think actually.
Well, Jeffro's still cranking away. He's still chasing.
I know who that was. I think that was
Ashley Vittiger's back in the pits.
Kenny Simpson, I think that let them go there. It looked a very busted looking car.
Ashley Vittiger's retired the car by the look of it.
We'll poke up to the pointy end of the field.
Oh, a move there down into the hairpin from Maxwell Hawkins, David.
Steve Wilton leading the race, heading up behind.
No, something's happened there, bud. We've lost Farmer to P3. Yep. I'm not sure what happened there, but we definitely lost Farmer to P3. He's now under threat from Jake again, so that releases John McDonald to the lead of the race, followed by Mark Mudgeway.
Well, there you go. So, Wilton again.
He's going to kick himself for whatever mistake that was.
And he's shitting his boot again. Mark Mudgeway in 2nd position. John McDonald in 1st.
Oh, there's damage on the front of that Wilton car, bro.
And Jake McKellar in 4th, and looking to take Steve Wilton's position off him. And again, I think I really got to praise Mark Mudgy's efforts again tonight, just being in the right place at the right time. You've just got to be there. You've got to stay on track. You've got to be in that position to take advantage of these issues. And again, look at him, second position, J-Man. Awesome work.
Good stuff. It's good stuff, Davo.
Yeah, shame for Steve to drop back in third.
And wearing a fair bit of damage on the front of that Lambo too, mate.
He's definitely made some contact.
He's been touching something he shouldn't have.
Absolutely. And Jake's reminding him that he's going bloody slow. So he's got 30 seconds to make it right.
He's going to have to hold him out for one more lap if he wants to stay on that podium.
It looks like it too. And McKellar is probably not the person you want to fight with a busted car at the moment.
No. Although Farmer gets a good exit actually out of the final turn too.
So that puts Donald in first position, Mudgee in second, Steve Wilton like literally clinging on to third, J-Man. And Jake McKellar in fourth, McIntyre in fifth, Aaron Enright in sixth, Jeff Burst in seventh, Vaughan Martin in eighth, Troy Wilson in ninth, Brad Robinson in 10th. We've really got to get back to this Steve Wilton and Jake McKellar battle, because that is what we want to see at the moment.
Yeah, because I was just looking back at that Jeff Burst Aaron Enright battle, and Aaron's, I think, won that one at the moment. I think if it stays the way it is, mate, he's got that one covered.
We've got a bit of a battle going on in the background here with Bobby Laycock and Maxwell Hawke. And Maxwell, we've seen off track, I think, a couple of times already tonight.
Who's going to yield here? No one.
Look, I think if I was Bobby, I'd just be holding my line here, because
he does a good job.
He's way more consistent at the moment than young Maxwell is. Maxwell's struggling with consistency.
Look at this for P3. You've now got.
You've got to get back up the 40 end here.
Look was nearly in on that battle.
These guys are pretty well spread. That looks like the
JB
way it's going to land.
Take the checkers, mate.
So, yes, John Boy.
JB, well done, John Boy. Classy drive. Backed it up. Mark Mojo comes second for a solid second. Farmer through for third. Jake McKellar through for fourth. Mickindo right there for fifth. Aaron Enright for a solid sixth. Jeff Burst for seventh.
Absolutely.
Vaughan Martin just coming through the final complex now.
Yeah, nice work from Vaughan.
Coming through to take eighth, bar any mishaps in the final chicane. He looks pretty tidy. Yes, so Vaughan through for P8. Troy Wilson. Good to see Troy back, and Troy having a real good race and coming in P9. Yep. And we've got Brad Robertson coming in to round out the 10. Shows you discipline. Oh, I'm just picking up with Bob Laycock and Max Hawkins. Still going at it, Davo.
Yeah, still going at it. Down the back end of the track here. Like I said, Bobby's just got to just hold his ground here. Maxwell will give him plenty of pressure, but will be respectful.
Yep.
Bob's just really does have to keep his eyes forward here, J-Man.
Look, if he makes the break mark in the apex into this final chicane, I think he's got the job done for P11. And to have Max behind him and Kenny, Steve Melling and Ash, that's a great night.
Yeah, top effort, really. And here we go.
Oh, it's going to be close.
Oh, that is bloody close.
Who got it?
Bobby's got it.
Bob's got it.
Nice.
He got it by 39 1,000ths of a second.
So, yeah, awesome work there. Maxwell in 12th. Kenny Simpson in 13th. Steve Belling in 14th. Ashley Bettiger in 15th. Ash had a tough night there. I saw him come off hard going into the pits there, so difficult stuff.
Look, he parked the car, so it was clearly things. So, hey, look, I'm going to undertake this before these guys run away for a beer and a pit stop. I'm going to grab our very own co-host commentator, Farmer. You got us on comms?
Oh, yeah. Hey, boys.
Wow, buddy, what a race, mate. Just got to commend you on the pass after the pit stops. You actually did have a great pit stop, certainly better than John McDonald. You undercut him, and then you effectively
held Jake out there. Nice work,
and
brother.
you passed Jake around the outside of turn 2. So turn 2, turn 3, it was brilliant.
Yeah, because I knew, like I was thinking, he just wasn't up to speed. He had to hold the inside of that corner, and I was just going to muck him up. And I keep thinking, I must be able to sweep right round, but I had to wait till the next one back the other way, didn't I, before I got him, I think.
Yeah. No, but if you're going to muck anyone up, just muck him up, mate. Cause
and we missed off camera what happened that dropped you from P1.
Yeah, so what happened?
Yeah, took a big chunk of that tight chicane. Just broke probably a little bit too early. When I turned in, it was, like it really took a big, not just one wheel went over the first, and it just spat me straight to the fence.
Yeah, hey, look, mate, I don't want to undersell you, but I kind of, to be honest, you were flying a little bit off the radar this week for me. I kind of was watching the Jake McKellar and the John McDonald times during the week, and I knew you were there or thereabouts, but that was a pretty stellar drive, mate.
Yeah, nice work, man.
To be honest, you'll be kicking yourself that you didn't go out and just win that one.
Yeah, it certainly was only a couple of laps from the end, wasn't it? But then we kind of gave it away, and John McDonald's got good pace, but I don't know that he would have got past me real hard.
No, you had it, bro.
When I jumped him in the pits there, I was certainly smiling. That
nice,
certainly when I saw Jake as well. But
I might have called it was yours to lose there, Farmer.
Good fun, buddy. I'll see. I got the lap of the race, so
you did.
Nice work.
I'll take that as well.
And plenty of air time, so enjoy it.
Yeah, 30.9. I think the only guy in the 30s. So well done.
Yeah, Roger that.
All
Cheers,
right,
boys.
We'll enjoy it and see
nice
if we
one,
can back
Farmer.
up.
Thanks, guys. Love it.
10 minutes, eh?
Cheers, bro.
All right, so the guy in P2 was Mark Mudgeway. I need to just grab Mudgy down here and just check we've got you on comms, Mudgy.
Yeah, copy.
Geez, mate, you're a little bit quiet in the first half of that, but you made your way back into that one nicely.
Wasn't I? I was fourth and I was nowhere, and those top 3 guys were just gone, and I couldn't keep up with them, and then...
after the pit stops, you could see it building.
And just landed in your lap pretty well, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. It just, the car came on, then it went off, and then it came on. Honestly, I could feel the car come on and then go off. And then, poor old Farmer.
Yeah. Hey, mate, you got to be there. You got to be there to take the advantage, and you were there again.
I was thinking that. Perhaps when I was driving, I was like, I just got to be here.
Yep.
These things are hard to drive. They're hard to be behind someone.
Yep. So awesome to watch.
Beautifully set up move, looking at the outside of turn 2/turn 3, and then tucking it up on the inside, and then actually running side by side down to that first chicane, Mudgy, and then actually backing yourself into there to sweep across. That was a beautiful pass, bro.
Yeah, I could sense in Jakey that he wasn't going to fight it. To be honest. Yeah, so you have to be a little bit forceful sometimes. He's probably first in the championship. Nowhere.
Oh, so. Pretty well, yes.
Yep. No, hey, it was a great race though, man, and we'll see if it'd be nice if you can back that one up and come and have a chat in another half an hour.
Yep. Yeah, we were watching, and it was very exciting. Just all the whole pit stop thing equalising, and you taking that pass, it was awesome, mate. So
cool.
Hope to see right up there again for race 2. J-Man, who we got next?
100%. Okay, Mudgy, we'll check it back. Have a good one the next one, buddy.
Okay, thanks, boys.
See you, mate.
Okay, we do have your former co-host and commentator, Don McDonald. You got us on comms?
Yeah, copy.
Yeah, mate. Hey, congratulations on P1. That race had a bit of everything for you, mate, by the look of it.
Oh, dude.
Bit of an average pit stop, though.
Yeah, it was. I missed it a little bit and got a little bit of a drag back, but hey, we still came out in the thick of it, didn't we?
You did, mate. Like your fellow competitors on the podium with you tonight. Everyone on the podium, I think, did some form of a really, really cool, tricky outside pass at turn 2, turn 3, or into a chicane. So
somewhere. Yeah, that's right.
You know, for a track that's probably synonymous with being very, very hard to pass, you guys up the 20 and certainly put on a show and show how you can do it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, some of that side-by-side stuff was crazy because they're really hard to see. Your surrounding, and man, I haven't felt these tyres go off before in this game, and I swear they were shattered by the end of that little stunt. Oh, there's a lot of turning. Yeah.
Look, obviously well, clearly you're feeling better than you were last week after COVID stint. You know, so you sound like you got a little bit more vigor, and it shows on track, John.
Yeah,
so,
well, there's a little bit of luck there with the other boys doing a farmer.
Oh,
look. Stage left, and man, there's some good side-by-side stuff though.
Yeah.
So correct me if I'm wrong, JB. Is that a breakfast crew podium?
Yeah, it will be actually.
There you go.
Well,
there bit of a flashback to the past, mate. There you go.
Get a screenshot of that. That is awesome stuff. Nice work, John McDonald.
Yeah, good stuff.
All good.
JB,
right, enjoy the next one, mate.
We want to talk to you in about half an hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roger.
All right, bud.
Okay.
Cheers,
mate.
See you, mate. There you go, J-Man. Well, who would have thunk it? Like, we probably talked this down a little bit with the Lambo at Zolder here tonight, but what an epic race, J-Man.
Yeah, certainly, as per usual, you know, it takes a little bit for these things to ramp up. Obviously, we had the front three going at the start, and then I think we finished with, you know, these guys always sort of come down to the last few minutes and
as usual around here. Yeah.
It shows even on a track like this, Davo, you know, there's places to pass.
And it's not over till it's over. Like, seriously, these guys do ramp up right towards the end. Look, fantastic first race, J-Man. We're going to call it there. We're going to have a little intermission.
Yep, a little break.
And we'll be back for race 2, viewers. Thank you. back, everybody.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back, J-Man. I'm Davo.
Apparently.
This is the official coverage of the 2022 DLC GT4 Cup. It is
You are
round
in the
3.
right place.
We are like halfway through the season right now, because this is the gap between race 1 and race 2 in round 3. The boys are out in quali. Let us get some cameras sorted out for you guys and get this thing rolling.
Right, where are we going to go, Davo?
Just shoot back to a points table actually just quickly and let
Oh,
me...
Mudgy bringing the car in. I've just got to pick up that here at ASRNZ, it's standard house rules for pit stops. And
yes,
qualifying,
yes.
for qualifying is if you escape from the track back to the pits, your qualification is over. If you
It's all
damage
done and
car
dusted.
or
That's
something,
right.
you have to bring the car back. So Mudgy has done that, and he is wearing a lot of damage. So he'll quickly jump out of that car, grab a new one, fire it back up with 4.5 minutes to go, and go and get the job done.
That is not a lot of time to get the job done, is it, Jamie?
Not really, mate. But hey, look, these guys know, they're so aware of how much time they've got available. They know how long it takes to do a lap. And he will still effectively get 2 flying laps in.
Yep. So a quick official qualifying for race 2, round 3, brought to you by ABC Tech, supplying all our servers again at ASRNZ continually. Like these guys, if we didn't have ABC Tech, we would not be online. You would not find us. And of course, SJS, Superior Joint Selling, for continued support. We are, like I mentioned, qualifying to race 2. This is round 3. We are officially halfway through this little interim series here with the Lamborghinis tonight at Zolder, J-Man. And hasn't it been interesting? We really did not, we weren't overly hyped over this.
I'll tell you what, Nick McIntyre has fired the first big shot with a 30.
Wow. Look, there you go. That is the quickest time I think we've seen actually tonight.
Yep.
So, awesome work from Nick. But yeah, didn't overly talk this up tonight, pre-race, but man, what a cracking first race. And it is on, J-Man.
It is on, and you know, there'd be some scores to settle there. Farmer will want to make amends for his late race bit of a mishap that took him from first to third.
A little bit of a faux pas, because he was in first. We were surprised ourselves.
Yep. He's just worked his way in there. But looking, the Delta board is lit up right now for me. I mean, Jake McKellar has got the Delta, from what I'm seeing, to throw in a very, very good 130 point something.
It would not. It just makes sense to just keep an eye on this guy and the car that's directly in front of him, which is the John McDonald car. These two boys, like Jake did not make the top 3, but leading the championship pretty well. Look, I think the camper guys are really going to pick up on the John McDonald car, J-Man.
Yep. Yeah, 100%. I've got eyes on that. I've also got eyes on Jake McKellar at the same time, and I tell you what.
Well, they're not too far apart, so it's not hard to do.
There's a couple of big laps about to come in here.
Yeah,
I don't know
here we go. What's this view?
30.9, a 30.6. So Jake sharing the front row with Nick McIntyre right now.
Well, there you go. Isn't McIntyre's time just showing an outstanding effort, really?
Yep.
Like, that was his first flying lap, J-Man. Like, mate, how good's that?
Great qualifying too at this point from Steve Melling and Vaughan Martin in P6 and P7 as well, on a couple of mid-31s. So good on those boys, looking good. Vaughan Martin got about a half a second up his sleeve now, which would play him into the low 31s, possibly even a late 30s. So
yeah, definitely. And look, another one we probably should be looking at, but not really showing up, you know, like as a big gain on the timing boards, is Steve Wilton.
Yep.
He look, pretty well gave away first position there in race 1. We've got a little bit of an off there. Who was that actually off track? That's actually Rediger. Yeah, so, actually, Wilton making some gains there, 4/10 of a second. Probably not.
Big gains, yeah.
Yeah, probably not enough to get him into. Oh shit! Maybe he might get him in the top 3.
Could do. Just dropped a little bit there.
We might just stay on that car actually.
No, it's a blue lap. It's gone.
It's gone. Okay.
No, it's gone. He's made a cut.
Okay, so Maxwell Hawkins is probably the next second car to look at. Maxwell Hawkins puts himself in the 3rd position. Nice work from Max.
Yep, I can tell you now. Wilton's got another lap up his sleeve.
So yeah, nice work from Max. Not the most consistent in race 1, but really pulled that lap off there with a 30.6 Towman.
Yep.
So nice work from Maxwell.
I'm looking at
McIndoe down on his time.
Yeah, McIndoe's not going to improve.
Jake McKellar down on his time. Maxwell down on his. McDonald.
Mirroring his time.
Yeah, not really doing anything. Mudgy. Flickering. No, still in the red. Wilton again, probably up on his time.
Yeah, I think Wilton's the only one that I can see moving at this point.
Yeah, the only one in the top 5 or 6 there on the move. 3/10 of a second will put him.
He could go P.
It could be 5. 5 or 4, yeah. So worth a watch there.
McKellar's not going to improve. He's close, but not close enough.
So Wilton.
Well, pretty good exit.
Final corners, yeah.
Pretty good
nice
exit.
Look, I've partnered Wilton here at this track.
P4.
He's not a bad. He doesn't do too bad around here, as we saw already.
Good effort.
As we already saw race 1, and puts the car in 4th position. Nice work, Farmer. So there we go, J-Man. Not a bad effort. We pretty well got everybody. Aaron and Wright still out.
So Nick McIndoe doing a stellar job for the pole in race 2.
Done and dusted.
Epic job, Nick. Kudos, mate. You've tuned yourself up between race 1 and race 2. And if if he gets a good start, Davo, he wasn't too far off at the end of race 1.
Oh, definitely not. So Nick McIndoe, mate. Where did he pull that from, J-Man? He showed nothing of that in race 1. Race 1 qualifying, race 1 at all. And then all of a sudden we've got a 31.0. A 31.0. No, it's a 30.4, should I say. So
I mean, I was watching during the week and he showed signs of that. And then, like I said, the back end of race 1, he actually came good, but he just didn't qualify good enough in the first one.
Yep.
And then just, I don't know what the pit stop, how good that was, but
which is ever so crucial, isn't it? Like at the moment. So.
But for me, the standout right now, I'm going to say is definitely John McDonald. And Margie in P5 and P6. Max Hawkins has done a great job to head the second row with Farmer. Man, I think if race 1 is anything to go by, this is going to be a doozy.
It's going to be a cracker, mate.
Because you've got the winner of race 1 sitting back in P5. You've got the guy that was in second back in P6.
You know there's going to be some action, don't you?
Mate. So.
Watch this space, viewers. Again, thank you, ABC Tech. Thank you, all viewers, for watching us on Twitch tonight, actually. And if you miss us on Twitch, obviously you can catch up with us on YouTube, J-Man, after the fact.
Yeah, generally up by Friday. Yep.
Yeah, so, yeah, always look forward to hearing from your comments on Twitch Live. Always good fun to hear from you guys. We've got about a minute to go before these guys drop onto the grid and we start our formation lap.
Yeah, so I'm just thinking about that one there, you know, knowing that there was 5 points the difference between Jake McKellar, John McDonald and Nick Mickindo and leading into this this race tonight. John McDonald would have made that margin back in race 1 with Jake McKellar coming in 4th and John McDonald coming in 1st. Certainly, I think by my mathematical calculation sees them either level or John being 1 point ahead there.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about BOP.
Oh, okay. So we do have BOP now. Who have we got with what? So we have got, yeah, so that might be the flavour too. So we have got Steve Wilton with 20, Mark Mudgee with 25 and John McDonald with 30.
Yeah.
So is that the reason there 4, 5 and 6?
Yes.
Well, there's been some, you know, speculation around whether the weight or not actually does work.
It is working, yeah, that's right.
Maybe it is.
Well, just looking at those times, I'd suspect it is working.
I'm just going to go out on a whim here and grab my old mate JB down here.
Yes, please do.
And just on a formation lap, I just want to lose your focus there, JB.
We're going to copy on you?
Yeah, I got you. I was wondering what was happening there for a second, but yeah, we're good.
Hey, mate, the BOP has gone to positions 4, 5 and 6. Do you think it's a real factor?
Yeah, I think it is. More so than what I think the Porsches were like. But yeah, because I completely forgot about it and I was scratching my head a little bit until I worked out, oh, that's right, the BOP. So it's definitely done its job.
Yep. Mickindo doing a stellar job to get on pole, but you guys are still in touch and you have to burn that fuel off and see if it comes back to you. You might have to run long, John. No?
Hey, look, it's a different kettle of fish now, but
he's not giving anything away here, Jamie.
Yeah, I know you're in traffic, mate, and I know you'll work out what strategy works best at the time. But the main question was, do you think the BOP is a factor? And you clearly think it is, so that's cool.
Yeah, definitely is this time. So yeah, no, that's going to be interesting. It's good to see those other boys up the front there. Max, great quality there for Max. So yeah, hopefully he nets a good result from that position.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, well, you go out and enjoy this one, mate, and give it a red hot go and see where you end up.
That's it, boys. Keep it up.
All right, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Enjoy it, brother.
Good luck, John.
Roger.
Oh, there you go. So clearly BOP a factor. You called it, Davo. I had forgot about it.
As did, I think McDonald did as well. These boys they're like so one-tracked. It's just like pace, and it's like, why is the car going like so bloody slow? Oh shit! I got 25 tyres on tonight, so.
Yeah, and a one-make series, you know, it's all relevant, you know.
It's perfect. It is literally the perfect scenario, I think, for one-make series.
As we see them start to dual file there, David.
Yes, we are getting into formation. The helicam comes into play.
So Nick Mickindo, your pole sitter, so he'll control the pace leading up to the greens. Will he go slower? Will he go faster? He can only go up to 70k an hour. But he could go as low as 20 if he wanted. How do you think he plays it?
So here we are, race 2, round 3 at Zoldar in the Lamborghinis tonight. We're going to get a green any second. This is literally halfway through the series. Bam, it is green light. Again, nice tidy lap. These guys get a really equalised. There's no real gain in these cars. Oh, as Farmer gets turned.
Farmer. Yeah, unfortunately, Mudgee has just rotated his old mate.
Yeah, look, we're not going to go back to that. We'll just stay on.
I'm just trying to work out
who here as he chases McKellar.
Simpson went with it. Yeah.
Very tidy. that's the one of the probably the biggest mistakes we've seen throughout the series
John
so
McDonald
far.
down the inside of Jake McKellar
So
into the
easily
first
done, and they give each other room, but is it enough? We've got Mudgee on the outside. No, is that?
No, it's not. It's Brad Robertson.
It's Brad Robertson. Oh,
mate.
Oh, it's crazy. First lap shenanigans, J-Man. Where do we watch?
Stephen Melling and Aaron Enright right in there as well, bud. Oh, that's crazy cool. So McIntyre with a clean set of heels on the first lap too. There's not much to see up there because he's just checking out. But
look, and rightly so. Like that is the modus operandi at the moment. He'd want to get out of there, won't he? He'll just want to just take off and just leave this shit behind him.
McKellar, Mudgee, Melling, and Enright
it's an epic battle
waiting to happen.
Oh, you know it. And so Melling right up in amongst that bunch. That is. That is.
Well, he needs to make amends for his pit stop in race one, mate. So
the pit slot, yes, that's right. Jake McKellar. He's got Jake McKellar, Brad Robertson, Steve Melling, Aaron Enright, and Ashley Rediger. That group is tight. It is just. We are only in lap 2. It is tight as always in these opening laps, but look at this stuff.
Oh, sorry, it's Mudgee's at the back. Sorry, with he's at the back with Farmer, so he's readdressed that. Thrown up the white flag, sent out all the apologies. He'll still be on the Christmas card list, I'm sure.
Oh, no doubt. These guys are also good mates, and I'm sure.
Oh, I tell you what, Jake McKellar's under some pressure from bloody
Brad Robertson.
He's giving it to him.
So Jake feeling the pounds.
Yep, Steve Melling doing a bloody awesome job with Aaron Enright tucked in Brian. Aaron Enright having a great race one actually, so...
we're going to get inside Troy Wilson's car.
Okay, yep, copy.
And just have a look at the train of cars that are sitting in front of him here.
Yeah.
Oh.
And who's that pulling out? Is that Jeff Hurst?
That's Jeff Hurst, and he's having a good solid crack. And Vaughan Martin.
Welcome to ASRNZ, Vaughan.
And we'll move up a car, so we'll go to Burst's car.
Yep. Tormenting the Martin car.
Absolutely, and look at that line, Burst.
Pretty clean.
Very bloody clean. Nice tidy stuff on the wheel, a little bit opposite lock. But
pretty clean on the way out of the field.
Very tidy himself, actually. So, yeah, cool kudos. This is exactly where it all happens.
Oh, I tell you what, Enright's looking at Melling, but we'll make our way up
there. No, we're moving up there straight away. I can see that in the distance, and so we're going to get straight up there.
Oh yeah, he is definitely harassing, and look who's harassing Jake. It's bloody Brad Robertson. So it's hard to know where to look, David, but you're on the money.
Who would have thunk that Brad Robertson would be leaning on the back of Jake McKellar? J-Man, really. Brad Robertson, a consummate mid-packer in ASRNZ and here in ASRNZ. But Jake McKellar, mate, he is a championship winner at the moment. He is on fire, but look at this. You put a few pies in that car, and there's Brad Robertson. He's coming for you.
Well, there's no pies in Jake's car. These guys are, guys are empty.
What's the go there?
No, I'm not sure. Tire pressures, track temp. And who we've got up the front there? Is that John McDonald hassling Max?
What is Max even doing in second position?
Well, he's got no pies.
And he's on it. And like you mentioned earlier, McIntyre just going, okay, I'm out. I'm going. He's off. He's got 20 car lengths. He's just like... just want to know about anything that's going on behind him.
Look at those out of here.
Yeah. So, nice work from
we
Nick.
See a big run
again from Max.
For John.
Oh, John.
Right.
And look, seriously, that probably should have been addressed by Maxwell then.
Hey, look, they get a number of track cut infringements before they get told they got to do a drive-through. So maybe he's just chalked that one up to get it wrong.
He's just took that one up, quite possibly. But yeah, tough stuff. Oh, McDonald's so deep, and McKellar in as well.
Wow.
Look at that, mate. If that is not a committed pit entry.
What the hell?
Look at them all. Look at them all.
They're all peeling in, mate.
There is a... Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is it a plethora?
Well,
when there's more than 5.
Or is it a league of Lamborghinis?
We have got a bunch of guys in for a pit stop, and my God, I don't even need to show you the replay. That was live on air. Just John McDonald, all out on the grass, all locked up, committed.
Jake's done a better job in the stop, right? Jake's got him.
And has Melling.
But once again,
look at this side by side, muscling for room on the pit exit
John's
of all places.
Have just done an ordinary job tonight, Davo.
Unbelievable. John will be sacking that pit crew, I think, and looking for some new staff for next week. But, Steve Melling. Unbelievable.
Yeah, well, he needed that. He really needed that.
That is fantastic. Wow, J-Man. Oh, look, I thought race 1 was freaking crazy in the pit stops. Like, mate, we're not even 10 minutes in here.
Mick McIndoe is already in the 30.5s in his lap times. This guy's flying.
McIndoe. Mate, the pit stops have been out of control already.
Max is in, Ashley's in.
8 minutes, mate. 8 minutes in. Unbelievable. Ashley very good. Maxwell Hawkins in.
Oh, John is just hounding Steve-O.
Well, to be expected, really. Oh, Ashley with a very tidy stop. We've had very clean pit stops so far, and we've had a lot of pit stops already. Not even into the 10 minutes. All clean, which is good.
As Ashley comes out, he just sees the McDonald, Melling, and McKellar car.
That McKellar car, and the helicam picks up
Max Hawkins.
Now, look, mate, I've really got to give a bit of a golf clap to Steve Melling, showing some awesome form, J-Man, in front of John McDonald at the moment.
We have lost Max.
We've lost Max, have we? Max is in the pit. No, well, Max is out. So, but yeah, definitely kudos to Steve Melling, holding out John McDonald at the moment.
I, for the life of me, cannot get Mark Mudray or Steve Wilton back up on my bloody thing, so not sure if those guys have decided that, they wanted to take it outside and settle it, but they don't appear to be on my data anymore, so I'm not sure what's gone on there. I'm having a real shuffle around on my data here, Davo.
Yeah, so a couple of guys obviously dropping out of server at the moment. Nothing to be alarmed about. It's just normal stuff that we get going on here with just the joys of online racing, viewers. So yeah, we got a couple out. I think we've got Maxwell Hawkins out, Steve Wilting and Mark Mudgeway. But look at this battle here. Look at this battle with John and Steve Melling. Nice work from Steve-O. We might actually get into McDonald's car, actually, into this. Look at him battle. on the back of Melling. Melling doing a super clean job, as usual. So nice stuff. Very tricky track. These chicanes are tough. Got to get these cars stopped. Got to get them turned. Even here, just this little right-hander here. Oh, so easy. Oh, McDonald into the wall. Oh my God. We need to look at that again. Wow. So McDonald chasing down Melling. This little tricky little chicane. They get out on this right-hander. They've got to keep it flat. McDonald gets it out in the grass and turns it into the wall. Oh, dear. That's an unusual mistake for McDonald. Not normal. Usually a very composed driver. But there you see, like even the best can make mistakes. As McDonald regathers, we'll just poke up the pointy end again, J-Man.
Yeah, just been watching McIndoe just carving off beautiful laps, man. Just, yep, no one out there probably on the same level as him right now. He's just meat and drink at the moment, looking at the apex lines he's taken, and I don't think he's got too much threat from anywhere. So I'd say, barring a catastrophe at the pit stops, it should be pretty much done from here, I think, for him. Even with 17 minutes to go, he's just got his focus on, and I think there's been just a bit much drama behind him. Expect
there has been
Jake McKellar to feature on the podium, though, like he's coming back, so...
Yeah, definitely. Brad Robertson in second position, J-Man. Oh!
Aaron Enright.
Actually, I just see Brad Robertson. What's going on there?
What the...
Did you see that?
He's gone for me.
Yep, okay. So that car's disappeared as well.
But something weird going on. Either guys are leaving or something's going on.
Okay, so there might be a few anomalies here tonight. Unusual stuff. Aaron Enright, like you said,
in P2.
In P2 at the moment. So in the, we've been calling it the NVIDIA car, is that right?
I think it is the NVIDIA car, yeah, I would say.
The NVIDIA car, yes.
Yep.
And Jake McKellar in third position.
Yep. Yeah, so that's going to bump Steve-O up to P5.
P4?
Yeah, it'll be P4 because you're looking at cars that actually aren't there anymore.
Yeah, so nice work from Stephen. And look, it hasn't been all given to Stephen either, because he's put the fight to Jake McKellar. Jake McKellar now in front of him, but
he's looking at him.
He worked for that and did a fantastic job.
Yeah, no, he certainly is still looking at him. He's found his rhythm.
Yep.
Had a great pit stop, and you got to remember, Jakey's the first of the pit stoppers.
Yep.
I got a feeling that possibly they won't get Nick McIndoe at the stops, but they may be contesting Aaron Enright.
Oh yeah, yep.
I've got my conscious with still a long way to go, 15 minutes to go. I'm not sure.
So we're pretty well half race here, viewers. Just the cameras focusing on John McDonald with Ashley Bedinger giving him all sorts of grief at the moment. Wow. So
that car's obviously hurting a little bit.
Yeah, we've seen some of these top players really struggle for pace as the tyres transition. And we even talked to one of them actually in the post-race interview, where they were saying that you can really feel these tyres go off and on, like as they transition And John obviously in that phase where he's not quite comfortable with the car. Ashley.
Just watching Aaron Enright channeling the lane, so he's one of the last two guys to stop. Oh, Brad Robinson, but Brad's gone.
We got left. So McIndoe's still to pit as well. Robinson's still to pit. We will.
Brad is there. He's sitting in pits. Okay. Why he dropped so far back?
So Ashley Vediger, Jeff Burst battle there ramping up. That is John McDonald just sitting right in front of that battle. This is probably the place to watch at the moment. What a fantastic battle. These cars do look great, J-Man.
Oh, I love the Golf livery that Ashley's been running for a while now.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to matter what he puts it on, it looks specky. So
it does look good. It does look good.
I've got McIndoe in my peripheral, so I'm conscious that I want to see what his stop looks like, Davo, but as you were there, this is where all the action is. But yeah, for those of you viewing, I am keeping an eye on Nick McIndoe, who is leading this race by some margin at the moment. He's I think he's got around, but it probably won't tell us because he hasn't made a stop, so he's probably nearly the better part of a lap ahead of these guys. So
yeah, so I can't see any threat because McIndoe was clearly so far in front right from the get-go, and there's been so much drama back into the field. So you can see our viewers that the leaderboard has dropped down to 12 drivers now. So we've lost a few drivers, as J-Man alluded to earlier, through whatever reason. But the battle is still on. We've got Ashley Vediger here and Jeff Burst. Look, these three guys, you can throw a blanket over these three. Very tight 2-1.
Massively.
Fantastic.
Jeffro probably got the box seat, Davo, right now, yeah?
Oh, for sure, for sure.
And like you alluded to at race one when you were talking with Mudgee, you know, you picked up that you said to Mark, you know, you just got to be there.
You do got to be
and
there.
That's kind of the position that Jeffro's sitting in right now, you know. If Ashley has a big go at John and they lock wheels or something and run deep down at one of these chicanes, Jeff would be in the prime position just to pick up on a couple of spots.
Yeah, because like given the situation, he can't. He's got nowhere to go. You know, like the third car has nowhere to go. He can't just take the one and just sneak in between the two of them. You see, you did pretty well. It's just line astern until something happens in front of you, and you've got to keep that together. You've got to keep your focus. Stay right up close.
I just grabbed you there, Dave. I just got to let the viewers know. Nick McIndoe, the running brief on him at the moment, he was 1.1 seconds slower than Jake McKellar in the last lap.
Wow.
I don't know whether that was a big mistake or whether Jake's got some pace. Or was it actually a bad lap from Nick, 32.5?
Yeah.
Versus his best of a 30.5. Says that I think if there's going to be more laps like that and the tyres going, he's got to go.
Yeah, okay, so how far back is Jake from Nick McIndoe?
It's because they're on
it's a fairly hefty gap.
Alternate laps, yeah. It's going to be a long way, so...
Yeah.
McIndoe looks like he's coming in. He's coming in.
Okay.
Very aggressive in.
Okay, let's look at this.
Cuts the curb there, back on the gas.
Yeah, nice, tidy, and pulls it down. Beautiful. So we will stay on this view as we go helicab. So J-Man will just pick up on where Jake is now.
So Jake's just coming out of the Villeneuve chicane, so he's coming up through the right-hander up the hill, heading towards the Boulder hairpin, which leads you onto the pit entry straight. So he's braking for the hairpin now.
Yeah, and so Nick not even on the jacks yet. Still.
Okay. So Jake heading down to the pit entry / final chicane now. So he's coming down there, braking hard for the final chicane now.
Okay, Nick.
Exiting the right-hander.
Nick off the jacks and out of the pits. Nice clean stop.
It's still going to be... Oh, no, it's not going to be close now.
So Nick will have it. And as we thought, he had a fairly solid lead, J-Man, really, didn't he? He did pull that away early on with so much drama in the race early on.
I tell you what, I'm going to be a little bit excited. I spoke to...
You're always excited.
I just got to say something. I spoke to my mate earlier today on the phone, and then in channel here, and I said to him, I'll catch you in an hour or two, and we'll catch you on the podium. And lo and behold, if he gets his shit together, Steve Melling is going to make the podium here.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm a little bit excited about it.
Okay, well, we're not gonna look at him at all, right?
Yeah.
Because we don't want to put the kibosh on it. Oh, what happened there? Sorry.
What are you looking at?
I think it was Ash Rediger. My screen just bugged out for a millisecond. Jeff Burst and Ashley Rediger. Now Ash made the first mistake. Jeff Burst made the second mistake. That has really spread those three cars right there. And now you could throw a blanket over those three cars for the last 5 laps. Now there's a gap. So watch that space. Steve Melling, we will look at Steve Melling now. He is currently in 3rd position with a gap. We have less than 10 minutes to go, J-Man. Mate, he is definitely in line for a podium position here. We know how stoked Steve will be.
Oh, he'll be pumped. Brad Robertson coming in to just clear a stop go 32.
Oh, that's the first for race 2, actually, to stop go. So, the first and only, really, because we had a multiple stop goes, didn't we, in race 1?
Yeah, we did. Just keeping my eye on Jake. He's just bridging that gap down to Mickindo quite quickly. I'm
just looking at what the nearest threat to Melling is, actually, which is Enright.
And he's not far away.
And he's not far away at all. Enright definitely would have Steve's measure on the right day or the right night. Does he have it tonight? I don't know.
Ashley is all over bloody McDonald. It's still going on.
Is that Ashley, is it?
Yeah, he's still all over John McDonald. All over him.
A bit slow. The boys in the cameras, they're getting a bit lazier towards the end of the night.
It's getting late, mate.
It's getting late.
They can be forgiven.
But we will. Let's jump in, Ashley, and just have a look. And he is clearly all over the back of McDonald with a run down into turn 1 on the outside. Oh, just McDonald gives him the space. Is it enough? Ashley wide in the marbles. Oh.
I'll tell you what, it's
tight. That was close, wasn't it? Look at that again. Great move from Ashley. I think he just got a little bit too wide and got the marbles. John, I think, held him out there a little bit. The power play. There it is, viewers.
Yep.
That is 101 racing right there.
Yeah, it's heaps of respect from a couple of blokes that have been around these trips for a while. So,
mate, and these guys are no slouches and well-seasoned drivers.
And John will know that he needs to hang on to this position in P5. Is it P5 with Jake McKellar, his championship rival in P2? He needs to hang on here.
Yeah, for sure.
Nick's doing enough to hold on there. I'd like to say at the minute, Steve-O's doing enough to hang on to this other posse. I feel like he's just opened that gap a little bit back to Aaron Enright. Steve-O running a 32.4, then Aaron running a 32.7. So Mikando's 31-9 plays Jake's 32-0. So
yeah, look, just looking at the gap between Stephen and Aaron, I reckon Stephen's gapped him a little bit there.
He has.
Lap. Yep. So.
But I tell you, Ash isn't done. Ash isn't done with the car.
No, definitely not. This is on.
Yeah.
And Ash reckons he's got this, and rightly so. He's got pressure on him all over the place.
He has.
And we've seen this already tonight with the Lamborghinis. They're so off and on with their tyres, aren't they, J-Man?
Well, I mean, I don't know what the tyre model is they're using.
Did you do practice laps in the Lambo? I know you did practice laps in the Porsche.
No, I didn't touch it, mate. I'm not a Lambo fan, to be fair.
So you didn't bother?
No.
Fair call.
I was all over the Porsche, but I didn't. Yeah, I did test this pre-season with the admin team just to see where we were going to use it, and knew what it went like here, but I didn't do enough laps to probably comment. I don't know really what they're feeling other than what I can see.
Yeah, sure. And clearly we can see that John's struggling, isn't he? With Ash.
Yeah, he is.
Ash all over him like a rash. Well, it looks like John's car does have a rash anyway. Something going on with that.
For sure.
Yeah.
I was ashamed to lose Farmer and Mudgee early on in this one because they featured so well in race one.
They did.
Being on the podium. So,
super quick. But we are down to the last final, what?
2.5 minutes.
2.5 minutes, J-Man. Did these bloody 30-minute races go so quick?
Can Ashley do it? Is there somewhere where he can do it?
Is there?
So close.
I think just about any straightaway, Ashley's got a half a crack at it. Oh,
he's going to fire it down.
He's got the inside here. No, pulls back. So respectful as usual, Ashley. I feel I'm a bit the same with my driving. It's just like I know I can get up beside him, but I just don't want to make that hardcore move. And Ash just pulling back again to let John.
It's all about the B-pillar, isn't it?
It's all about the B-pillar. Mate, this is a Lamborghini. There's like an A and a
and a C. Where's the B?
There's no B-pillar.
Oh, I tell you.
But fantastic racing for both of these guys. Like I said, seasoned professionals. Once again, toe to toe as they cross the line. Blue flags are waving. It's like there's passing going on.
Might have been Bob. They just rounded up.
I think it was Bobby Laycock there.
Yep. Either that or Brad. Nah, Bob. Yep.
Yeah, no, won't be Brad, because Brad, I think, was chasing Aaron chasing Steve Milling, which we might just jump back to, actually.
John's so sideways.
Aaron Enright still chasing
Steve
Milling.
For sure. I don't think he's got enough,
No, I don't think so. But, like, as we flashed Aaron Enright, all I could see in the background was these two. Again.
Have we lost Jeff?
Out of this,
We've lost Jeff Burst now. I'll tell you what, this is the race of attrition. We've lost so many drivers tonight.
Yeah, there's a few out. So.
I'm just wondering, is there another wave of COVID? Has everyone raced down to grab the tissues and toilet paper, or am I missing something?
Oh, well, you know how things go with online racing, J-Man. You know, there's always the princess effect, you know, like... some people don't like to carry on when things aren't going their way, but there's also...
This will be the last lap, yeah?
Dropouts, hardware issues, internet issues, blah, 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 and then... whatever.
Ashley having another big look.
Another good track. Yes. Chasing the McDonald car. Look, these guys have been inseparable for the last 5 laps or more. It is the last lap. Who's your money on?
Wide.
I don't think Ash will get him.
Nah, he's not going to get... Oh, hang on. There was a big touch of the dirty stuff there for JB.
This JB, he always likes a little bit of dirty stuff. So that's nothing new to him.
Yeah, I can tell you one thing. Mukundo's going to win this race.
Well, that's a given.
Because he's about to round up the final chicane.
And you know what's another given? Jake McKellar's going to get some. And Steve Melling. Steve Melling is going to get a podium tonight.
Yeah, boy.
I know.
He's my boy.
I know you're a big fan. And you did talk earlier.
On P1 race 2, you should throw that thing in there.
Oh,
like
nice work.
You deserve it, buddy.
Yeah, send it.
Yeah,
nice
well done,
work.
Jake McKellar, and well done, Steve O'Melling. He's flicking the lights, bro.
Steve Melling, you're a freaking legend. You are up in the bloody comms box tonight, brother.
Yeah. Aaron Enright comes home in fourth. John McDonald holds off.
Ashley Rediger.
Yeah.
And what a cracking battle with those two. My God.
So that gives Vaughan Martin a P7, so Vaughan looking for, I think, maybe a P7 and a P8 tonight will do his points score the world of favours.
Absolutely. Troy Wilson, God, it's hard to tell.
He's a P8.
He's definitely an 8th, isn't he? Yeah, Kenny Simpson and not.
Kenny's run out of gas, bro.
Kenny has run out of gas?
I think. Has he run out of gas? Something's happened.
He's stopped.
What the hell? Hang on a sec. Kenny, what is going on? Have you run out of gas?
Yeah.
Oh shit, mate.
Kenny.
Can you yell that marshal up in front of you and see if he can give you a push? Oh shit, that's no good, brother.
Okay.
All right, mate.
Good on you, Kenny.
Well done, Kenny, and just want to wish you good luck on the title chase this weekend.
Yes, this weekend.
It's not this weekend. It's the weekend after.
Okay.
Okay. Nice one. Good work,
gives you
Kenny.
another week to prepare, mate.
Yep.
Brad Robinson in 10th.
We'll catch up, Kenny. Thank you.
Right.
And that's pretty well it. 10 finishes. Kenny just running out of fuel. Oh my God.
All right. I'm going to start off.
Let's get this ball rolling, J-Man.
How to get me mate down here. Steve, you got a comment?
Stephen.
Yes, I got comments.
Stephen.
Mate, what did I say? Did I say today I'll catch you for a podium comment? For a chat? Did I not say we'll catch you up on the podium for a chat?
Yeah, so about 8 minutes ago I was thinking exactly that. Oh no.
Yeah, bro.
I'm in third.
Well done, bro. Great podium.
No.
Unreal.
Battle of attrition out there, mate. Got some cars, met some fences, and
Brad was keeping you honest too. You weren't. It wasn't. It's just. I know he was a little bit.
No, it was Aaron. It was
Aaron. Yeah, he wasn't too far behind you, bro. So.
Oh yeah, it was making me sweat. So
but even after the stops, we saw you really matching Jake McKellar at the second phase of the race. It was really good.
Yeah, I was using him as a bit of a judgment for the braking zone because with the way the sun was coming in, my braking zone or my braking marker was gone with the glare on the track, which was just the rubber on the track was all I was using.
Yep.
And the heavy braking, and it was shining, and I couldn't.
It was gone.
You see it? It was gone. So as soon as I lost track of him, it was like, I can't even find my marker. But when Aaron came out, it was like, I need to hit the delta. So well done.
God.
Yeah, nice,
Steve,
bro.
awesome.
We're waving the Castro flag super hard up here for you tonight, bro. So pumped for you. Stoked actually, mate. So looking forward to having a cold one with you in the next week or so, bro, in person, and we'll celebrate that one, Steve-o.
Yeah, cheers, boys. Really enjoyed it.
Legend, bro.
Nice work, Stephen.
User was moved out of your
So,
channel.
okay, well done, Steve-o. And then here he is, the ever consistent and the guy that features all the time now. It's not often that he doesn't have a seat in this room.
Mr. Consistent here.
Jake, you got a comms with us,
Jake.
Yeah, you guys.
You made amends for race 1 there, bro.
Yeah, I did. Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Completely lost my mojo in race 1, so...
Jesus, they were coming thick and fast too, mate.
Yeah,
so.
man. Yeah.
The car looked like it was just off or on. What was going on with the cars? You know, like
in race one, like especially the back end.
It just looked like either the tyres were on or they just weren't working. Something was going on. What was going on?
The brakes your braking point changes all the time. What works one lap doesn't work the next.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it does funny things. Yeah, and the tyres were up and down all the time. Just couldn't get a rhythm, eh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you had a 5-point margin over John McDonald coming into this one. That got absorbed in race one, but you might have just leveled the scores out a little bit with that one. Him going 5 and you going 2. It's going to be pretty tight, mate. I think you might have just edged them out there for that one. We'll see how that one shapes up. But that was a great race, though, mate. Like in the back end, your pit stop was strong. You actually had Nick in the crosshairs down the road. I think he was probably always going to do enough with that margin that he had, but you came back strong in that one. So it was well done.
Yeah, he definitely kept that margin the same. I was keeping an eye on it for 4.5 seconds, just going up and down 1 or 2 tenths. That was it. Yep. So I knew I had nothing else unless he made a mistake. But he was on point. Yeah.
Solid. Yeah. Well done, Jakey, mate. We're kind of getting used to seeing you up here. You are the real deal, bro. I'm a fan. I've watched the evolution of you since you joined. I think about meeting you at the Wayward Pigeon, and your driving's just awesome.
There's definitely got a couple of fanboys up here in the comms box at the moment. So.
I appreciate that, guys. Yeah,
really enjoy your driving, bro. Look forward to more of it.
Yeah, do it well.
Yeah, sweet. Awesome. You too. Thanks, you guys are awesome too.
Cheers, brother. Well, you have a good Friday now, mate. Enjoy
it. Cheers, guys.
See you next week.
Will do.
See you, mate.
That's cool stuff. All right, we'll grab this guy down here because this guy here, if he's got comms on us, you got us, Nick?
Copy.
Bro, how was that second race, mate? The quali, laying down a 30.4?
Yeah.
Where the hell did that come from, Nick?
Yeah, we're wondering what was the big difference between Q1 and Q2?
4 clicks in a setup.
Oh, okay. Well, if we won't do volts, we're not going to ask you to do volts.
That's confidential.
That's confidential.
Yeah, and then meet and drink in the race because you just I saw you lay down. You went into the 30s pretty quick. I think maybe a 30.7 or 30.9 or something, and then I seen you just checked out, mate.
You just stepped out, man. You were gone
behind you.
I don't know what happened behind.
You didn't care.
Forward, nah, not really.
Good stop. Was a nice clean stop. Probably not spectacular on the timing watch, but just
got
clean.
Pulled forward a bit. Yeah.
Yep.
But I knew it didn't have to be.
No,
spectacular.
Because you had the lead, didn't you?
I think it was about 9 seconds or something when I came in, so I was pretty confident I didn't have to. I didn't need a stop go, so just took my time.
Yeah. No. Well, I tell you what, man, it was like a light switch in the second race. We saw you come on the quali. You laid it down real early too, and I thought, man, it's going to take some beating. A couple of guys, actually throwed in some good laps and got
Jakey
close.
got close, yeah.
But
of course,
outside of that, but I do want to acknowledge the back end of race one. You actually came back quite strong too, off the back of Jake and Mudgy, and that we did see you in the back end there. Sort of you finished strong, but those 4 clicks, whatever they were, certainly made the difference for you tonight in race 2, mate, in Q2.
We might have to get you off air, actually, if I know what those 4 clicks were. But, awesome work, Nick. Look, that was,
cheers, boys.
We look, personally, I didn't expect that from you after watching race 1.
It looked like you were just hanging on in race 1. And
it just wasn't, the car wasn't there, eh? So,
yeah.
And then you just came out. Yeah, it just blew us away. So it was awesome to watch, man.
Yeah, it was. Cheers. It was a different car for sure. So it was hooked.
But nice, mate. Well, enjoy that victory because you know how hard they are to get here, bro. So
definitely.
Next week's another week. We're off to Laguna Seca, I believe. So it'll be a tough gig in whatever we're driving there. I can't quite remember what the car was, but enjoy this one anyway, Slick, and we'll catch up with you, bud.
Will do. Thanks, guys.
Nice way. Thanks, Nick.
Cheers.
Okay, so yeah, so that rounds out your podium, and as you heard it here, viewers, that was round 3. We're just over the halfway mark of the series.
Yes.
We will go to Laguna Seca next week.
Next week, yes. Let me look. We're going to tell you what it's going to be. A car. Where are we? J-Man, what a couple of races. Crazy stuff. Awesome.
It was definitely
amazing.
It was definitely ramped up both races. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little surprised at the attrition in race 2, but being a 5-round series, there's probably not as much in it for the guys, so I can respect that. And when we all get older, sleep's a little bit harder to come by, so maybe those guys are caught in early night. I'm not sure, but
look, don't make excuses for it. Yeah. Next week is, like you said, Laguna Seca, and we will be in the Ferrari.
Okay, another car with very minimal brakes.
488. But the Ferrari, Laguna Seca is probably not so critical on the brakes, J-Man, except for a couple of corners.
Maybe it is when you get to the top of the hill, and then the final.
And then the bottom of the hill, yeah.
The final left-hander is always a hard one to stop, and it's a real shocker to run deep at because it's a big front straight.
But spectacular track, without a doubt. Not a big fan. Like, I don't mind watching it. I just don't like racing it.
Yeah, I'm a weird bastard. I like it. I've always had something with it. I guess it's the ugly duckling out of the track.
It is a little, but
somebody's got to show it some sympathy.
Yes, we're gonna give it some ASRNZ love next week. J-Man, it's been a pleasure tonight again.
Thanks, viewers.
Awesome freaking race. Both of them. Thanks, viewers. See you next week. Thanks for joining us.
See ya.